All right, so we are doing meal 2 now. I did forget to mention for the omelet, blueberry, banana, egg white omelet. The macros on that one were, I think I have it written down. It is 28 grams of protein, 24 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So I did forget to mention that. And obviously, like I said, you can tweak it depending on your fats or carbs that you have to kind of spend for the day. So that one was a really good meal as far as a lower fat option too. So what I have right now is I am making, this right here is chicken tenderloins. I prefer these because they are a little bit of a lower fat option and are a little bit easier to cook compared to the chicken breast, in my opinion. Everyone's different. I just kind of chop them up, and I've noticed that they cook really, really easily on one of these pans. What I did use to season it with, I used a little bit of Himalayan salt. I used black pepper, a little bit of parsley, and then this one is a Hickory BBQ seasoning that I have gotten at Lowe's Foods. So they have a really, really good like seasoning section too. I think they kind of make their own, but I've noticed this tastes really, really good on chicken. And what I'm going to do with the chicken, I've already made, this is a really, really easy, low carb calorie meal, but I have about like 1.5 cups of like romaine lettuce in here. Put a couple of onions. I prefer not to use dressing, just because a lot of times they are very calorie dense. So what I'll do is I will probably put a little bit of pepper and salt. And a lot of times I will either squeeze like lemon or lime on here, or I'll do just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And that way it'll give it a little bit more of flavor. But I'm gonna put the chicken on top of here. I think the chicken might almost be done. Yeah, and just be mindful of some of the dressings that you do use. They do have a lot of low calorie or no sugar options, which are very, very good. I personally don't do well with them. Sometimes with like sugar-free stuff, it can cause like bloating or GI issues or whatever the case is. So just, you know, pick some that you know your body will do well with. Or you can just honestly just do seasonings. I prefer seasonings, if anything. I don't even really like to use a lot of like sauces or anything like that, because a lot of times they do have a lot of sodium. Some people aren't affected by a ton of sodium. I personally don't use a lot of sodium just because I've noticed it does hold a lot of water for myself. So I'll just use a lot of these other seasonings that are lower sodium options. I'm gonna measure out, I'm gonna be using about 4.5 ounces of the chicken tenderloin. So I'm gonna measure it out, put it on top. Okay, so we are done with this, and it's kind of just like a little chicken salad. Very easy, very convenient. Literally took me like 5 minutes, if that. So for this one, the macros on this one, I did write it down too. It is 29 grams of protein, about 4 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So very easy, very simple, especially if you know you're on the go throughout the day, something you can just kind of pack with you.